Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to On Pit Road Racing. Today, we've got the F1 wrap-up. Is Tony Stewart selling all of his racing industries and racing products? We've got racing news from NASCAR, NHRA, Indy, and the World of Outlaws. There's racing here in Las Vegas this weekend, and we're going to talk about it all. On Pit Road Racing starts right now.
He's going to do a little arc to try to get under you. 100 feet back, making that dive. Too cool here.
That 38 is no matter what I do, he's today.
Race friends, it's time for the fastest 2 hours in motorsports. It's time for On Pit Road Racing, right here, right now, live from downtown Las Vegas on the flagship station, the WCOBM Television Network. Our race team will have all the latest news, updates, and interviews for the world of motorsports. So buckle up and pull those belts tight. The green flag is in the air, and it's time to go racing. And here are the hosts of On Pit Road Racing, Alan Michaels and the First Lady, Diane Fox.
Glad to have you all aboard, man. Got Leapin' Larry here beside me today. The First Lady, Diane Fox, a little under the weather. She's been battling the flu. Pretty much got everything that she needed, and her body has just felt sort of yucky. So Diane's taking the week off. She's actually she's back home. She just got the brand new book from Derek Cope and his life story. And so she's sitting back, just relaxing and taking a read of that. Welcome to the show. On Pit Road Racing comes to you live from the WCOBM studios, live from downtown Las Vegas here in the heart of downtown, man. 450 Fremont Street. Just on the other side of us is the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame and, of course, the Gene Woods Racing Experience. And then on the backside of this big building here, man, is where the WCOBM studios. We do the show each and every Wednesday for everybody. We do it live, streaming here in the United States and all around the world on the WCOBM.TV network. Also, we stream it out to our Facebook channels. We've got YouTube, we've got Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, all kinds of great stuff out there. So, man, just pick your poison there and view the show. And, of course, after we're done, we edit the show, pop it all up, and we've got our exclusive archive channel at On Pit Road Racing, too. Want to thank our show partners that help us out each and every week. The Gene Woods Racing Experience, located here at 450 Fremont Street in the heart of downtown Las Vegas. You can get more information about the go-kart track, indoor drifting, on the World Wide Web at gokartslasvegas.com. Woods Family Sandwiches, man, if you're looking for some great deli food, man, great chicken salad, great roast beef, everything made fresh, hot, right there on the location. More information about Woods Family Sandwiches at wfsandwiches.com, okay? The Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, man, a great event is coming up for us on January 27th of 2024. We're just a couple of months away. You want to get some more information about the motorcycle racing industry and the business there, man, just log on to thehotshoehof.com. Our good friends down in Dawsonville, Georgia, at Atlanta Motorsports Park, man, it is the country club, the condominiums, the racetracks. They've got it all there, man. So definitely stop down and check them out. AtlantaMotorsports.com is where you're going to find it. And when we need a little help getting around the racetracks here, Diane needs a little help with scooters, and me too along the line, we reach out to our friends at Red One Scooter Rental, man, RedOneScooters.com. And finally, our good friends across the hallway there at Dick's Last Resort. And, man, what a great food, some great times over there. Just go over there and just have fun, man. Dick'sLastResort.com/Fremont Street. Wanted to let you know, man, of course, pretty much all the national racing season's up and over with, and we're going to keep the show rolling. We've got some special great shows coming up for you. We're going to talk the life and times of Dick Trickle. We're going to talk with Derek Cope, Davey Allison, man, motorcycle racers Sammy Tanner and Rick Woods. Just some of the great folks that we're going to do some one-on-ones with, talking the racing careers. We're going to have some very special guests join us to talk about some of those racers that are no longer with us anymore, and just talk about racing with those fine folks, and those all coming up. Just check us all out on our social media spots, okay? Real quickly before we want to get to it, I've got it in front of me right here, and you can see it scrolling across the bottom of the screen. These are the Heart Shoes, and right there they are. Let me see if I get it up right in the camera. It's a chance for your business to become part of this. The Hot Shoe Hall of Fame is a 501c3 nonprofit, ladies and gentlemen. Right here are the tennis shoes that we purchased. They purchased them called the Heart Shoes. They go out to needy women and children and men it's along for necessary good health and positive development, man. You see that little ticker that's scrolling across, just log on to HOF.com, hit the donate button right there. 100% of this money that comes to that goes to buy these shoes. I don't take any money. Gene doesn't take any money. The network doesn't take any money. Diane doesn't take any money. 100% of every donation goes to buy shoes that we've been around to all over Las Vegas. We've been in California. We've been up to Missions. We've been up just about everywhere that you can go, and more places coming up that we're going to be taking tennis shoes. We've got a big event coming up with the Speedway Children's Charities that we're going to be taking about 50, 60 pairs of shoes out there and make some kids' Christmas real happy this year. So once again, you've got it scrolling across. I'll leave it up throughout the show right here, and you can donate it. Now, as far as being a partner on the show, we're setting up for 2024. We're going to have two different packages, a $500 package and a $1,000. Man, you're going to get your spots running here nationwide, worldwide. More about that is all coming up. Once again, the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame provides new shoes, which are called the Heart Shoes, to needy men, women, children for necessary health and positive development. If you need some more information, feel free to reach out to us at onpitroadracing@gmail.com or give us a shout at 702-803-0875. Okay? So that's a look at that's going on. I want to thank our good friends, man. And once again, that event's coming up for you January 27th of 2024. Some great stuff. And I believe we'll have Gene on a little bit later on in the show. He's out today with the granddaughters playing flag football. So hopefully that'll end and we'll get Gene on the show and talk a little bit more about it. Hey, racing this weekend, man. It is happening here in Las Vegas. It's the Riskin 360. It's the Open Wheel Showdown. Starts on Friday, December 1st and runs through Saturday, December 2nd, 2023. Going to be at the Bull Ring here in Las Vegas, man. Going to be a great time out there. One of the short track's fastest rising events will make its debut at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The inaugural Open of the Open Wheel Showdown will take place on the iconic 3/8 mile facility. The wing sprint cars classes will compete for a hefty $50,000, making it one of the highest paid payment sprint car races in the country. In addition, there will be a $10,000 on the line for the midgets, while the Speed Tour Super Modifieds will battle for $5,000 to win. Gates open up at 12:30 p.m. each day. Racing begins 5 p.m. on Friday and 3:30 p.m. on Saturday. 2-day tickets for the event, folks, $39 Friday, $20 in advance, $25 of the day of the show. And on Saturday night for the main event, it's $25 in advance, $30 at the box office that night. So, man, you can definitely check that out. If you're looking to get some more tickets for it, LVMS.com. And children do get under free, and they do have senior and military discounts for $5 off. So that's what's going on racing around this weekend. So hope to have a good time. Hey, some quick topics and things we want to jump into. Rumors are flying around right now. Is Tony Stewart looking to sell all of his assets? His NHRA, his NASCAR teams, Eldora. Plus, he's got two other partnerships and other tracks. His sprint car team, SRX. It's really, really, really wild that the rumors are floating around that Tony's going to start dumping everything. But this sort of puts a kicker to it because the officials at the SRX, which Tony Stewart owns that league right there, the All-Star Racing League, say that they're just about ready to put the dot on this year's 2024 schedule. And Slinger Speedway is going to be on the dates July 25th. So, man, this whole thing is up in the air. You know, this thing started off that Stewart has built this thing up to over a $40 million, man. So I don't see Tony Stewart selling out real quickly. I really don't. Maybe the talk about getting out of NASCAR, since he is involved with the NHRA now. His wife drives Top Fuel for his team. Matt Hagan, his funny car driver, won a championship this year. Tony finished second up in the on the alcohol dragsters and just didn't have enough races up underneath him to capture that championship. So we'll have to see what's going on. Eldora's doing so well for him up there. They spent a lot of money to get that track. I just really don't. Rumors are flying, folks. I really just don't see Tony selling out. Maybe the NASCAR line, but I don't see him getting rid of else. Other rumors that are flying around. We just talked about Tony Stewart and his team for NASCAR. Well, out of all the drivers, everybody's signed and sealed and ready to go except that replacement for Eric Almirola. Rumors are flying right now that Noah Gragson, that's right, Las Vegas native, will take that ride in the number 10, and he's going to bring Black Rifle Coffee along as a sponsor for that. This has not been confirmed. Bob Brackus from Fox Sports hit on this about a week or two ago, saying that the rumors were flying. Some people say the deal's already done. I can't confirm it. I reached out to Noah, sent him a Facebook message today to find out if we can find out if this is true or not. But as it stands right now, Noah Gragson could be back in the NASCAR Cup Series. He could be moving over to a Ford. Stewart Haas Racing in that number 10. We'll keep you updated to see what's going on that. Well, it looks like Michael Andretti is getting close here with his team. In fact, he's back in negotiation with Alpine about providing motors. Andretti would like to see GM and the Cadillac version get in, but it won't be ready until at least 2028. So between now and then, Andretti's already got the approval from the FIA to move on to make the 11th team in F1. So he's got to get the final proposals from everybody at the Formula One. The bosses over there say they're not going to be rushed on this decision. Andretti's still looking for that power plant to keep it going, so we'll see what happens, okay? Man, I'll tell you what, we'll take a quick break. We'll get you racing weather in. We've got news from all around the racing world. We're doing it at On Pit Road Racing, live here at the WCM. Back right after this, everybody.
Welcome to my world. Handicapped man down at a charity feed. Great spread this morning. God, it was horrible. But it made what I needed to happen. Then I had these people that stopped and said, "Hey, you want some shoes?" I said, "Yeah, I was going to need to get some anyway. So might as well." And if it really comes to fruition, help them buy more shoes so that we can help more people. Well, I'm not but you know what I mean. Hell, might as well. There's nothing wrong with helping someone. You know, it makes for good karma or good energy, whatever it takes. Hell, I ought to do a product placement for Coca-Cola too.
Are you ready for the wildest ride on Fremont Street? The Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171 on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Open 7 days a week, noon until midnight. Strap yourself in, pull your safety belts tight, and feel the power and the speed at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. Downtown Las Vegas, Fremont Street, 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171, right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. What are you waiting for? Log on, get your tickets now. It's time to go racing at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas.
Looking good for you, man. Coming about 13 minutes after the hour here on a Wednesday afternoon on Pit Road Racing live at the WCOB. I want to thank our good friends at the Gene Woods Racing Experience. Hey, in fact, hey, you know, private parties, corporate events, team building. Hey, man, if you've got an event coming up and you'd like to have a little shot at our racetrack, well, stop on down 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171, downtown Las Vegas. We can handle up to 50 guests here, man. We can do catering, beverages. It's going to be rocking fun and racing fun for the whole group. Book your event now. Give us a call at 702-786-9830 or shout an email at mfox@gokartslasvegas.com. All right, so that's what you got, man. You're looking for some party time? Come on down. We had Bob Taskus and the BGD racing team here last year. Those guys were really cool. We had the Drifters here last year. We had a really good time with all those folks. So come on down and join us. Hey, it's time to take a look at racing weather. It's brought to you by our good friends at Woods Family Sandwiches at 931 America Pacific, Suite 106 on the Las Vegas Henderson line. For more information and catering, World Wide Web at wfsandwiches.com, everybody. Hey, we're racing this weekend in Las Vegas, and there's 3 big football games here, too. You got the Mountain West Championship here. You've got the Pac-12. The Raiders are home this weekend, and we've got racing out there, the big open wheel thing. And weather, it's just going to be cloudy and cool here this weekend. Daytime high is going to be right around the lower 60s with a nighttime low hovering right around 40. So, man, if you're heading out to the racetracks, you're heading out for some outdoor events, bundle up a little bit because it's going to be a little bit chilly. All right. Racing weather brought to you by our good friends at the Woods Family Sandwiches. They're located at 931 American Pacific, Suite 106 Las Vegas, Henderson, Nevada. For more information on catering, give me a shout right now at wfsandwiches.com. All right. Looking good, feeling good out there. We've got racing news and notes. We're going to do it all. Quick message from our good friends at Atlanta Motorsports Park, and we're back right after this, everybody. Man, I got to get down there. I've just got to. We've got Jeremy Porter coming up at the end of the month, and I've got to get down to Dawsonville, Georgia, to this place. It looks anywhere that you can go drifting cars and you're using BMWs to do it in. That's just, it's got to be something. He's got some great events down there working on some IMSA stuff, man. They've got go-kart racing. They've got drifting racing there. Atlanta Motorsports Park, man. That's it. Okay. In fact, this segment is brought to you by our friends at Atlanta Motorsports Park. For more information, you can give them a call. Area code 678-381-8527 or log on to the World Wide Web at atlantamotorsports.com. Atlanta Motorsports is the country club of motorsports. Well, we've been saying it all year long, and it just kept rolling one more time for Max Verstappen. He rolled on to pick up another victory in Dubai, outlasting Charles Leclerc once again, picking up his 19th win in 22 races in the 2023 F1 Series, the season finale in Dubai. This comes with a total of 51 career victories in F1. So it's Max V up on top with Red Bull Honda, Charles Leclerc for Ferrari, and George Russell rounds out the podium with Team Mercedes. Next week, and then the next couple of weeks, we're starting to put together all the silly seasons, so we'll find out who's coming, who's going in F1. Also, we're keeping that tabs, like we said earlier, on Andretti Global about Cadillac and its motors. Up next for F1 is going to be February 29th through March 2nd of 2024. Bahrain is where they'll be racing at, and F1 returns back to Las Vegas coming up, folks, November 21st through the 23rd. You can get your tickets for it right now. Yep, and brought to you by our good friends and racing partners, Atlanta Motorsports Park. For more information, give them a shout at 678-381-8527, atlantamotorsports.com. Atlanta Motorsports Park is the country club of motorsports, everybody. IndyCar news, man, brought to you by IndyCar news. Well, let's get to racing from the dirt first. Let's talk a little dirt racing. It's brought to you by our good friends at Gene Woods Racing here, 450 Fremont Street. Las Vegas' only true indoor racetrack, man. For more information, give us a shout at 702-270-8100, gokartslasvegas.com. Well, David Gravel announced this past Thursday evening, that he and Big Game Motorsports will return to the World of Outlaws in the NOS Energy Drink Sports Sprint Car Series in 2024 in chase of their first series title. It will mark his 12th full season in the World of Outlaws Tour and 4 straight with the Big Game Motorsports. We're going to get back onto it in the World of Outlaws and next year. And Gravel said on his YouTube channel, we're really important. It's really exciting. We're ready for a championship. Todd Corling and Big Game Motorsports and the winning of the Outlaws Championship. It's really important. This is a prestigious thing. He's going to be looking for win number 100 next year, and he wants to bring home the championship. So that's what it's looking like that. Also, the turn of the calendar in 2024, we'll see the World of Outlaws Case Construction Equipment Late Models Series presented, man. More than $1.3 million will now be available between the overall championship purse and Winner's Circle bonuses program. This is a 13.6% increase from 2023, race friends. Something to see. The series has added more than $140,000 to its 2024 points fund, seeing that the champion will walk away with a series of $175,000. The point fund has also been expanded to pay the top 13 drivers, with a goal of expanding in the future. The World of Outlaws Case Construction Equipment Late Model Series will continue its commerce in 2023 at Volusia County Speedway, and it get kicked on away January 17th through the 20th. All right. The greatest show on dirt, man. That's it. It is just something else to see. Their next big events are coming up with the NOS Energy and with the late models. Once again, January 17th, 4 big nights of racing there, folks. January 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th at Volusia County Speedway. Okay. So that's what you got looking at there. And, of course, this part of the program brought to you by our good friends at the Gene Woods Racing Experience, 450 Fremont Street in the heart of downtown Las Vegas. Come see us open noon to midnight daily out there. All right. What else to talk about here, man? We've got some stuff from the NHRA. We've got NASCAR to talk about, all kinds of great stuff. We're going to do it right here at Gene Woods Racing Experience and on Pit Road Racing, live at the WCM. Back right after this, everybody.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Jerry B here up in Sacramento, Union Gospel Mission, giving out some shoes to the homeless here. A lot of smiling faces. We got one deal. We give you a pair of shoes. You got to give us a smirk and a photo. And this is the mission of the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, which is a non-profit organization based out of Las Vegas, started by Gene Woods. We're trying to do good things and fill little holes in people's lives the best we can. And today we're up in Sacramento, just doing the best we can. Thanks for supporting us.
B, get well, buddy. Looking good out there for you on Pit Road Racing. Doing it coming down towards 20 minutes after the hour here on a Wednesday afternoon. On Pit Road does it each and every Wednesday, right? Live here across the U.S. and across the World Wide Web and across the world. So definitely join us each and every day. Some great shows coming up for you. Of course, racing season's getting all the national series all wrapping it up and getting finished there. And, of course, a lot of things will be starting down in Florida, Alabama, Mississippi that way because they just don't have as much cold weather as they do in the Midwest and everywhere else. All right. Hey, a little news from IndyCar for you. Chip Ganassi has announced announced it yesterday that Linus Lindquist will drive the number 8 American Legion Honda throughout the 2024 NTT IndyCar Series for this season. Lindquist 24 signed a multi-year deal with Chip Ganassi Racing on August 31st after setting the fastest lap in 2 of the first 3 NTT IndyCar seasons in 2023. Officially embarking on the 2024 season as a rookie, 2022 Indy NXT Firestone champion Lindquist will also be taking on a full counter of primary sporting the American Legion red, white, and blue. Be the one livery, including 108th running of the Indianapolis 500 presented by Cambridge on May 22nd. Full rundown of the silly season coming up for IndyCar guys in about 2 weeks or so, okay? Many of the stars of the IndyCar series is also going to be doing the Rolex 24. That's all coming up at Daytona. The IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship race at Daytona International Race Speedway kicks off U.S. Motorsports for 2024. The field of at least 60 cars will include 6-time IndyCar Series champion and 3-time Rolex overall winner Scott Dixon, reigning IndyCar champion presented by Cambridge winner Joseph Newgarden, and pairing podcast partner Alexander Rossi with James Hinchcliffe. Rossi was the winner of the 2016 Indy 500. He was also part of the Rolex winning team of 2021. And Rossi and Hinchcliffe will also off the track and Hinch and Rossi, a regular motorsports podcast. The Rolex 24 weekend is on a 3.56 road course set off on January 25th through the 28th. Tickets are also now available for you for the NHRA, the Milwaukee Mile. It's been since 2015. You can click on the websites at NHRA.com. The weekend passes for a one-day ticket for Saturday, August 31st and Sunday, September 1st. The Frame 1 Mile over on West Allis, Wisconsin will host the IndyCar Series doubleheader for the first time since the track's rich history. IndyCar Series racing, man, you talk about people that have raced on this track here. Roger Ward, 7 times he won there. Michael Andretti's got 5 wins there. Mario Andretti, AJ Foyt, Gordon Johncock, Johnny Rutherford, and Tom Sneva, along with Paul Tracy, Al Unser, and Bobby Unser, all have 4 wins at Milwaukee. Okay, so there you go. IndyCar returns to racing March 10th, 2024, the Firestone GP in St. Petersburg, Florida. So that's a look at what's happening in IndyCar. We're going to have a full season because there's a lot of drivers all moving around. Teams are moving around. Just things are shifting left and right. So we got a pretty good list all piled together. We're just waiting on a final few things to drop, and we'll get that off to you, okay? NHRA, let's talk about it then, man. You talk about what a great season they had out there. Just Fantastic. Segment brought to you by our good friends at Dick's Last Resort, 450 Fremont Street. They're open daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. You can get more information about them at dicksLastResort.com/Fremont Street. Well, the NHRA and the Toyota officials have made the announcement that Toyota will continue to be the official car of the NHRA as part of a new multi-year contract extension. This continues a long-term partnership between the NHRA and Toyota that started back in 2022. Toyota became the official car of the NHRA back in 2014, and its latest extension continuing its official partnership between the two companies for the past decade. On an episode of Brian Lomas, and this is something really wild because I guess silly season's really starting there. So check this out. You can find it at NHRA Racing. Host Brian Loomis dropped the puck on a silly slate of a load of news behind the scenes of NHRA drag racing. Crew chiefs are moving around. Brewing controversy and announcements, perhaps longtime unions are busting up and new ones are being formed. Guests on the show were funny car racer and Panama winner Chad Green, who talked about his weekend in the season, his ability to help decide the title, and how he feels about going into the 2024 campaign. Matt Smith was also drives on the motorcycles for the Pro Stock Motorcycles. He talked about the rules, talked about racing strategy, and how many steps he can give Gage Herrera a run for his money, along with everything else in 2024. Says it's one heck of a show. I got to log on to this and check this out. Also, fan voting for the inaugural NHRA National Dragster All-Star Team, a new program recently unveiled by the NHRA staff, NHRA officials, and the NHRA official magazine, ended its votes last weekend with over 12,000 voters casting ballots. Fans were able to cast their votes for their Pro Driver of the Year, Top Alcohol Driver of the Year, Sportsman Driver of the Year, Pro Mod Driver of the Year, Factory Stock Driver of the Year, Pro Tuner of the Year, Best Social Media Account, Race Car Builder of the Year, Track of the Year, and Best New Talent, okay? Winners are all going to be announced live at the PRI show in Indianapolis in December, all recognized for the exclusive NHRA live stream for that, so you can catch that out. NHRA opens its 2024 season race branch March 7th through the 10th, the Gator Nationals in Gainesville, Florida. They're back for 4-wide racing here April 12th through the 14th, and tickets are available for you at nhra.com/tickets or at LVMS. Segment brought to you by our good friends at the Gene Woods Racing Experience and our good friends also at the Dick's Last Resort, 450 Fremont Street, open daily 11 to 10 p.m. on the World Wide Web at Dick's Last Resort /Fremont Street. Back with more right after this, everybody. You're watching On Pit Road Racing live from the WCOBM.
Are you ready for the wildest ride on Fremont Street? The Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171 on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Open 7 days a week, noon until midnight. Strap yourself in, pull your safety belts tight, and feel the power and the speed at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, downtown Las Vegas, Fremont Street, 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171, right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. What are you waiting for? Log on, get your tickets now. It's time to go racing at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas.
Come on! What the yeah! Oh, man! Woo! That is awesome!
Jerry B here up in Sacramento, Union Gospel Mission, giving out some shoes to the homeless. Here, a lot of smiling faces. We got one deal. We give you a pair of shoes. You got to give us a smirk and a photo. And this is the mission of the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, which is a non-profit organization based out of Las Vegas, started by Gene Woods. We're trying to do good things and fill little holes in people's lives the best we can. And today we're up in Sacramento, just doing the best we can. Thanks for supporting us.
Thank you, Jerry B. Get out there and help us out, man. It's scrolling across the screen for you right now. Hot Shoe Hall of Fame. HOF.com. Hit that donut button out there, man, and help us out get some shoes. Been to missions all over Las Vegas, everybody. We've been up in Sacramento, California. That's where Jerry B was just at. So hit that donate button, man, whether it's $1, it's $5, $10, $100. They go to buy these tennis shoes right here. We're putting them on kids' feet, adults' feet, teenagers, senior citizens. Doesn't make any difference. Just trying to make everybody happy and put some souls down there, if you know what I mean. Once again, log on the World Wide Web, HOF.com. And, of course, our big event coming up for you, January 27th, 2024. In fact, log on there. If you plan on coming out, like to be part of the event, we'd love to have you. We've got hotels lined up at the D downtown here on Fremont Street, El Cortez. We have a lot of people like that hotel. It's a classic hotel, got a great bar, great food there. And then also working with the Four Queens, or the downtown Grand El Cortez. There you go. All right. So that's all coming up. Hey, racing news. Let's talk a little NASCAR, man. And I've been waiting for this to come out, and I really was hoping this would be a lot better than what this is. But here it is for you, folks. NASCAR today announced that they have reached a new 7-year multimedia rights agreement with NASCAR Cup Series and its 4 best class distribution partners. Fox Sports. Here we go. Here's where you're going to start seeing it after in 2025. Fox Sports is going to cover it. NBC Sports, Amazon Prime Video, and TNT Sports, a division of Warner Brothers Discovery, will deliver live coverage of all 38 NASCAR Cup Series races beginning in 2025, extending through the 2031 season. Financial terms of the agreement were not disclosed. Fox Sports and NBC will continue to carry the majority of the NASCAR Cup Series races with 14 events each. The Fox Sports portion of the Cup Series schedule, which kicks off the season with the Busch Light Clash following the Great American Race of the Daytona 500, which will also include live events for the entire NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series season series. NBC Sports coverage of the Cup Series will encompass the final 14 events this season, including the playoffs and the championship race. Both partners will feature a mix of broadcast and cable events, with 5 Cup events airing on Fox and 4 on NBC annually. The remaining events will air on FS1 and USA, respectively. Okay. As part of this historic agreement, the NASCAR Cup Series welcomes 2 new broadcast partners in 2025, Prime Video and TNT Sports, that will eventually split the series into 10 mid-race races. Both also will have obtained exclusive rights to practice and qualifying sessions for the entire Cup schedule through the 2031 season. NASCAR's first fully direct-to-customer partner, Prime Video, will stream practice and qualifying live for the first half of the season, and for the Busch Light Clash, the Daytona 500, and NASCAR's All-Star, which will remain on Fox. TNT Sports will initiate the coverage for the next 5 mid-season races, simulcastly broadcasting on TNT and streaming on BNR, the sports add-on Max. Practice and qualifying remaining of the season will stream on Max and air on True TV. I don't know, folks. They're splitting it all up again. They want us to go to 4 different networks to watch racing. I don't understand why they just can't work out some deal with one network and let's just race it the way they used to. ESPN covered it for years. They were the only ones to cover it. You know, I just don't understand what they're thinking of this is here. I really don't. So in other words, you've got to pick up extra streaming channels or extra cable channels to watch Fox Sports 1. Okay. And since USA is part of NBC, now you got to do this, but it's not included on Peacock or anything else. So you got to get another channel for that. I just don't get it, folks. One channel, put the races on there, and let's go with it. If you're going to be on Fox, then be on Fox. You're going to be on NBC, be on NBC. I'm surprised that the people at Amazon Prime, I'm surprised they just didn't snatch it all. I really am. TNT tried this once before. You remember this years ago? They tried this, picking up the the Firecracker Summer or whatever they called it. And it didn't work out good for them then. We'll have to wait and see. I'm just not. I was hoping that the TV deal was going to be a good deal. Richard Childress announced this past week that several key leaderships and appointments have been designed to strengthen the organization's operation. You all remember Andy Petrie. He has been promoted to Executive Vice President of Richard Childress Racing, where he will play a larger role in the aspects of the 55-year-old. I didn't realize that Childress Racing has been around for 55 years. And it's a long time. Petrie is a 35-year-old veteran of the motorsports industry and has most recently led RCR's competition team as vice president of competition. In that role, Petrie guided the organization to 23 race wins, 9 in the NASCAR Cup Series, 14 in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. He's helped RCR earn NASCAR's Xfinity Series championship in 2019. Under Petrie's leadership, RCR has made 7 NASCAR Cup playoff appearances from 2017 to 2023. So it's just crazy. It's absolutely wild. Well, I'll tell you what, man. I'm going to open it up right here. It looks like he's driving. Let's see. Gene, are you there?
I'm right here.
Man, are you driving around?
I just passed the F1 paddock.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They left that thing standing, huh?
I think they're tearing the stands down right now, it looks like.
Well, I don't think they'll tear the paddock down. What did they spend, Gene? What, $550 million on that land and that thing over there?
Yeah, something crazy. That building's there to stay. It's going to be an F1 museum, is what I heard from my friend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, interactive museum for the tourists, so they can visit it all year.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us, he's riding around. How did football go with the granddaughter today?
She did good. It was actually was her second game, but she did real good.
There you go. Well, Gene, first of all, for people that are just logging on real quickly, man, Gene Woods is a 3-time national Speedway motorcycle champion. He raced NASCAR in the old school, what was known as the NASCAR Winston West Series, teamed up with Ray Everham there. Did some times in the trucks. He drove sprint cars, drove snowmobiles. You even had a monster truck, didn't you?
I didn't own it. I actually drove the King Cobra for a series one time.
Oh, okay. When was the first year you started racing, Gene?
About 1965.
1965 is the first time you got on a bike. And a lot of folks don't know that you were actually the youngest paid factory rider that Honda ever hired at age 10.
Well, actually, I was a test rider for Honda about that time, but we were also, Jeff Ward and I were the first Honda factory riders that actually had Honda support. So I believe they ran Dickman at Daytona that year, and Jeff and I were really the first. Well, we were the first kids for sure, and we were one of the first factory teams.
And then after they raced in motorcycles, I know you and your brother did time over in Europe. In fact, I mentioned this earlier in the show. Since the racing season is dying down, we're going to do these special shows about racers, and we want to do Sammy Tanner, and we're going to do your brother Rick Woods too, because Rick was a great rider along and rode back in the old school days. So that's just coming up. So Speedway racing, Gene, it's sort of died here in the States. I'd really like to see this come back. What can be done to get Speedway back popular in the States again?
Well, it's like anything. If the money's there and the purse money's there, the riders will come from all forms of motorsports to come compete. That's how it was in the old days. There was 5 nights of racing. The money was real good, so you didn't have to travel clear across the country. So it attracted a lot of racers from other forms of racing.
Still big in Europe. Is it because of the coverage in Europe is better than what it is, or there are more riders over there than what we have here in the States?
Well, I think it's because it's been going on for, it's just a tradition over there. Every major town has a team, but it's actually kind of evolved where Poland is it's the number one sport in Poland, and guys are signing on teams, for $1 million paychecks now. So it's a huge, huge sport in Poland, but not quite as big as it was in England as it was in the 60s and 70s, but still, it's still a great sport.
Some of the I've seen it all, and I know you didn't. And we went down to you took me to Costa Mesa for me to watch it. I'd seen it on television and YouTube, but not had really experienced. And I've seen it, folks. And if you've never seen Speedway motorcycle racing, find a track and go see it. I've seen NASCAR, I've seen NHRA, I've seen Formula One, but this racing is the wildest racing that you will ever see. So close, bike to bike. Dirt track sliding anywhere, Gene, anywhere from 70 to 120 mile an hour around on these things.
Well, most of the short tracks are running about 60 miles an hour, and then you get to the tracks that are a little bit bigger, and they get 80, 90, 100 miles an hour on the large tracks. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's probably the rawest form of racing that there is. I mean, anything with no brakes that runs on alcohol and nitro. We used to run nitro in the old days. That's pretty raw form of racing, and you're going to see 20 to 24 events in a night, not just one, a couple of heat races and a main event.
Right. So after all the racing, then you got into your business part of it, and then the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame came. How did this come?
Well, that's kind of what we're here to talk about. It started as a dumb little idea I had that I thought, it'd be really cool to have some hot shoes, because I know a lot of the Speedway guys. It'd be really cool to have some hot shoes hanging in the lobby of the go-kart track there. And then it evolved into, we'll call it the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame. Well, next thing, a couple of people heard about it and they wanted to be involved in it, and they wanted to be in it. So about a 3-month evolution, it turned into this giant snowball that I didn't know what to do with. So we decided we would have an event. And right after COVID, we were the first event over 50 people in Las Vegas. We had to apply for a special permit, and we had about 1,500 people show up to that event. Our first one that we had. It was just great. The people that showed up, it was quite a surprise. When David Aldana and Kenny Roberts and Bubba Schobert, and it just, the list goes on and on of all the great motorcycle racers, mechanics, industry giants that showed up to this event. It was just something. It's just blossomed into this thing that's a giant get together for everybody. It's not a formal event. If you wear a suit, we'll probably throw you out. It's a Levi's and T-shirt event, and it's all free. And 2 years ago we decided, we need to have a purpose, and our purpose is to give shoes away to the needy and the less fortunate. So we developed a shoe that we have made, and it's called.
And I think you just went underneath a bridge right there. There you go.
Somebody's trying to call me there. They're called heart shoes, and we give them away to the needy. And you've helped tremendously with that, Mike. You've been at most.
Yep, there you are. Are you back? There it is. I've actually got the shoe up in front right now. And like I said, it's scrolling across the bottom. Folks, if you'd like to log on to the hotshoe.com, whether it's $1, it's $5, $10, $20, $100, 100% of your donation is tax-free. This is a nonprofit organization. Gene doesn't make any money. I don't make any money. None of the staff, the board of directors, nobody makes a penny off of this thing. It's strictly about putting shoes on people's feet. There you go.
Sorry about that. My phone kept ringing and it cuts me off. But
that's all right. Go ahead.
That's our mission, is to give shoes away to the needy, get all of us old racers together, because as you know, Mike, this will be our 4th year, and in the last 4 years we've lost several of the great people, and it's you never know when it's going to be the last time you get to see your buddies.
Yeah. This year, man, last year, man, we've had some great recipients from the Lifetime. The Melees were in there the first, man, and then Kenny Roberts, obviously multi-champion last year. One of my favorites that got in. And in this year, who's in line this year? Brad Lackey from last year. Who's in line for the Lifetime this year?
Well, it's a really cool one. So anybody that's seen it on any Sunday is going to know who Mert Lawwell is. So Mert's going to be the Lifetime Achievement this year. And he's done so much for the motorcycle industry. Not only just.
Yeah, Gene's taking a phone call there. There he goes. There you're back. You're muted. I think he muted himself. Yeah, man, he can't even ride in a truck. Right. There you go.
How about that? My phone just won't stop. But anyway, Mert's done so much for the racing industry, and to have him as a lifetime achievement is a great thing for us. Um, like I said, not just through the movie he made his fame, but he also developed prosthetic limbs for people. He's done great development work in the industry. He's just he is exactly what this thing was designed for.
There you go. And of course, like Gene said, we don't charge for the event. It's coming up for you on Saturday, January 27th of 2024. You can log on to the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame's Facebook page or its website. We've got information about hotels out there. And like Gene said, this is not a formal. So if you come here with your tuxedos or your Dolce Gabbana, we'll probably throw you out of the place because we want to. I like it, Gene, because so many years we see people coming up, bringing their old race shirts out, things that were back in the 60s and 70s. Just people just coming and having a good time. So I just think this is the 4th annual. I think this is going to knock them out of I think we're going to knock it out of the ballpark this year.
Well, I think what makes me is when I see the people that haven't seen each other for 25 or 30 years and they've known each other since they were kids, and they get to come out to Las Vegas, get together, have a good time, bench race, tell the old stories, and see each other once again. And that's really what the thing is. It's a big, giant get together.
Somebody ringing on his phone again. Just a gigantic get-together. Once again, 450 Fremont Street. It's going to be on Saturday, January 27th of 2024. You can log on to the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame's Facebook page, or you can log on to the website. It's got all the information about it. Gene Woods, 3-time National Speedway champion, man. He's rode all over the United States, rode all over the world. Him and his brother Rick, and, of course, out just doing it. Gene, okay. I just filled in real quickly, man. We had F1 here. The big news about it: FIA has approved Andretti for the car, but still the big thing is they have not promoted General Motors or Cadillac. So Andretti is working with Alpine. Your thoughts, and what you would think about Andretti getting into something. I mean, he's been all over, but to get into F1, that's going to be a big knock for Andretti.
Well, I think it's going to be a great thing. Anytime you can get that family involved in F1 again, being his father, Mario, was world champion, it's just, it's a great thing for the United States, and it's a great thing for Formula One. And they're obviously more than capable of running a first-class race team and competing with in the F1 series. They'll get it together. It'll probably take them a year or two to get their feet stable on the ground, and I think it's going to be a great thing. It'll be worth watching.
One other comment before I let you go. There's rumors flying around. Do you see this happen? Tony Stewart the rumors are flying that Tony Stewart's ready to get rid of everything. He's ready to get out of NASCAR. He's ready to get rid of the dirt. It's rumors flying. I just can't believe that Tony Stewart would just dump everything. You think this is true, or is this just a bunch of caca rolling across the internet?
Oh, it's probably just a bunch of crap to talk about. But, I think, I don't know Tony, but I know what I've seen, and I see that he really loves racing, and I don't think he would walk away from it at any point at all.
Well, let's put it this way. He took that SRX, and it was just released today. When he started off ground scratch with his money and a couple of partners, that series is now worth over $40 million going into its 4th year. Unbelievable.
Well, that just shows what kind of effort he puts into the motorsports programs.
Any final comment?
No, everybody come out to the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, January 27th. Have a good time. We have it the day that the Mika motorcycle auction ends is the night that we have our event. You go on to the website. Everything is absolutely free. Just register. We're trying to get a head count of how many are going to show up. And come out and have a good time. And you're going to see some of your heroes, your friends, and probably some people you never did want to see. But, we're all going to be there.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. The 3-time National Speedway champion, motorcycle racer, NASCAR racer, truck racer, and the founder of the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, Mr. Gene Woods. Thanks for your time, my friend.
Thank you, Mike.
Have a good day. We'll be back to wrap this up on Pit Road Racing. The final segment, live from the WCOBM, is right after this, everybody.
Welcome to my world. Handicapped man down at a charity feed. Great spread this morning. God, it was horrible. But it made what I needed to happen. Then I had these people that stopped and said, hey, you want some shoes? I said, yeah, I was going to need to get some anyway. So might as well. And if it really comes to fruition, help them buy more shoes so that we can help more people. Well, I'm not but you know what I mean. Hell, might as well. There's nothing wrong with helping someone. You know, it makes for good karma or good energy, whatever it takes.
Coming up about 9 minutes before the top of the hour. I want to thank Gene Woods for stopping by. He was out, the granddaughter was playing flag football, man. Yeah, the girls are into it now. I like it. I saw some flag football the other day ago on ESPN. I guess the guys were playing. It was pretty cool. I remember playing flag football years and years ago. Speaking of football, man, racing this weekend and football here in town this weekend. It's the open wheel championships out at the Bull Ring this weekend on Friday and Saturday. You get tickets there, lvms.com for that. And if you're a football fan, man, we've got two great college football games here in Las Vegas. Friday night, we've got the Pac-12 championship. It's going to feature Washington and Oregon. What a great team. Oregon is such a fun team to watch. And then on Saturday over to Allegiant Stadium, UNLV back into the winning action. Great football team this year. They're going to feature Boise State in the Mountain West Championship. And then, of course, Sunday, the Raiders are home. So that's what you got going on there. Hey, just a couple of quick reminders before we get you out of here. Well, with decades of racing history, the Daytona 500, one of the greatest spectaculars. It's the Great American Race. Well, let me tell you, folks, if you're looking for tickets or camping, it is sold out. Officially came out today. The Daytona International Speedway has announced that the 2024 Daytona 500 grandstands and camping areas are sold out nearly 3 months in advance of NASCAR's greatest season opener. From the World Center of Racing, the Great American Race, man, it is all said and done. So I guess if you're looking for tickets on that, you're going to be scalping them somewhere, okay? Little quick racing news here for you. Matt D. Benedetto, man, he's still looking for some stuff to be put together and to compete for this upcoming year. Says that he's with the new team and they're forming really well together. He's not into retiring. He still wants to race. Everything in the partnerships are building or working up. Pretty much what they're waiting on is sponsorships, okay? Also, United Rentals will be partnering with the Daytona International Speedway for NASCAR's Xfinity Series opener at Speed Weeks, presented by Advent Health. Trackside announcements today. NASCAR's Xfinity Series United Rentals 300 will take place Saturday, February 17, 2024 at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. This will be the first on-track experience for United Rentals in a major sponsorship at the 2.5-mile Tri-Oval, the World Center of Racing, okay? So that's pretty much what you got there. Also, real quickly here, Toyota is also 2024 for the NASCAR Cup Series, the Toyota Camry. The XSE Next Gen follows the Camry TRD Next Gen. Produced 18 victories, 25 poles during the last 2 seasons of competition. So they pretty much want this thing to look just like the car that they're going to be putting out for 2025. Quick note, Ford has already revealed the new Mustang for 2024, and Chevrolet is going to stay with the current Camaro, okay? So that's what you got running with that. Also, NASCAR back in action for you. Here's how it looks for us. Cup Series, you're going to be February 4th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum in Los Angeles. The regular season starts for the Cup guys on Thursday, February 15th, 7 p.m. for the Blue-Green Vacations Duels number 1 and 2 at Daytona. Sunday, February 18th at 2:30 p.m. The green flag falls for the Great American Race, the Daytona 500. Xfinity Series Saturday, February 17th at 5 p.m. United Rentals 300 at Daytona. And the whole thing gets kicked off from the Fresh Farms, Florida, 250 Daytona International Speedway, Friday, February 16th, 7:30 p.m. for the Truck Series. NASCAR returns back here. All three series to Las Vegas, March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Tickets are now available for you at lvms.com. Want to thank everybody for joining us here today at On Pit Road Racing. We'll be back with you next week, 5 p.m. or 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. up on the East Coast. Special surprise next week, one of our racing champions that we want to talk to. So be just watching out on the social medias, and we'll let the cat out of the bag. If you're here in Las Vegas this weekend, coming out, going to be here, want to see some racing, hit the Bull Ring. 3/8 mile, little tough track out there, man. Asphalt racing. Going to have modifieds out there, the bandos, legend cars. Everybody going to be running a sprint the wing sprint. Asphalt cars will be there. So it's going to be some great racing. You can get tickets at lvms.com. Let's see what else. I want to thank all of our partners here on the show, man. We got to do that Gene Woods Racing Experience. Don't forget, you can get more information with them worldwide web at gokartslasvegas.com. Woods Family Sandwiches at wfsandwiches.com. Great food, great deli here. Great food all the way around. Check them out, wfsandwiches.com. The Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, like Gene said, coming up January 27, 2024. Our 4th annual event. Pick it up, hof.com. Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's our official racetrack, our official home area. LVMS.com for all the tickets, camping information you need to know. Whether it's Bull Ring, NHRA, dirt racing, NASCAR events, LVMS.com. Atlanta Motorsports Park. It's a great place. I got to get down there. AtlantaMotorsports.com for all your information. Red One Scooters, thank you guys. And also our good friends over at Dick's Last Resort. Okay, back at you next Wednesday, 5 p.m. right here at On Pit Road Racing. Alan Michaels taking good care of you all day, long day. Time for me to call. Diane will be back with us next week, everybody. Want to thank Gene Woods. Want to thank each and every one of you here in the U.S., worldwide, over in UK. We love you. Switzerland, Denmark, all the great companies. Thanks for joining us. Back action next Wednesday at 5 p.m. For Diane, for Gene, Alan Michaels, for the whole crew at WCOPM on Pit Road Racing. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Thanks for joining us for On Pit Road Racing. Follow us on our website, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at On Pit Road Racing. On Pit Road Racing is written and produced by WCOBN TV. I'm John the Announcer for On Pit Road Racing.